This is not gonna be.
Oh my, we gotta turn that radio down. Just a little bit past the hour of 10 o'clock, you are in tune to 91.7 WY2XKK Thin Air Radio. As the air is getting thicker in the Thin Air radio station, the vibe is loving it, things are rolling here. Tad Kosh is here with Pueblos Rancheros. We got little Nikki in the house. We got Pistol Stamen. We got, who all do we got now? We got Kevin.
Hey!
And it's time for From the Archives with Kevin Shapiro.
Hey, welcome to From the Archives. We just did a double shot of Neil Diamond by the only DJ Paluska. Now we're going to move forward with a little nugget from the new Odd Worcester Auditorium. Welcome to Big Cypress.
According to the official Greenwich Mean Time here, we have about 2 minutes until 1992. turquoise mountains, messenger birds in sight. Came up from the valley, both sides at a time, to the cold staring rain to bang down. Trigger blast, splash, and the green seeds that start to run. It was the loudest thing I'd ever heard. About one time it go. Leave it on press, 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 someone to move. Leave it on press, 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 someone to move. Leave it on press, 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 someone to move. Leave it on press, 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 someone to move. Leave it on press, 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 someone to move. Leave it on press, 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 someone to move.
And that was Llama from November 19th, 1992, set 2 at the Ross Gymnasium, St. Michael's College. We want to welcome you once again to Thin Air 91.7 FM. Welcome to Big Cypress, Florida, the Millennium Celebration with Fish. This is From the Archives. I'm Kevin. This is part 1 of 2 parts that we'll broadcast the next couple of days. I'll be on again on the 31st from 7 to 9 p.m., all things permitting. And we want to make a couple announcements before we move forward.
Props to Gordon Stone.
Props to Gordon Stone, first and foremost on that. At the Ross Gym in St. Mike's, that's Gordon playing his pedal steel, also known for his fine work around the country on banjo and other instruments. We want to give you a few reminders. One is please stay behind the car in front of you if you're outside the concert grounds. I know things may be moving slowly, but They're moving slowly and surely, so stick behind the car in front of you and keep moving. We also want everybody to be very careful of pedestrians and any other obstacles that might present themselves in front of your vehicles. Also, please stay inside your vehicles, not on top, beside, or anything along those lines. Want to make sure everybody comes in safely and smoothly so we can all celebrate the new year together. So we kick that off once again with the New Odd, Worcester Memorial Auditorium, buried alive in the Old Lang Syne. Give the New Year's feel here. Moving on with the Llama, and now on with another fine, longer selection. We'll see you in a while.
Passing through the corridor, I came upon an aging knight who leaned against the wall in gnarly armor. He was on his way to see the king. Wilson, Wilson, Wilson. He led me through the streets of Prussia, talking as he tried to crush a bug that scurried underneath his boot heel. He said there was a place where we should go. So he led me through the forest to the edge of a lagoon, by which we wandered till we reached a bubbly spring. The night grew very quiet as we stood there. He lifted up his visor and he turned to me and he began to sing. He said, I come from the land of darkness. He said, I come from the land of doom. He said, I come from the land of game edge, from the land of the big baboon. But I'm never ever going back there, and I couldn't if I tried. Cause I come from the land of lizards, and the lizards they have died, and the lizards they have died, and the lizards they have died, and the lizards they have. He told me that the lizards were a race of people practically extinct from doing things smart people don't do. He said he was once a lizard too. His name was Rutherford the Brave, and he was on a quest to save people from the fate that lay before them. Their clumsy end was perilously near. The lizards would be saved, he said, if they could be enlightened by the writings of the helping friendly book. In all of Prussia only one existed, and Wilson had declared that any person who possessed it was a crook. He said, I come from the land of darkness. He said, I come from the land of doom. He said, I come from the land of revenge, from the land of the big baboon. But I never am going back there, and I couldn't if I tried. Cause I come from the land of lizards, and the lizards they have died, and the lizards they have died, and the lizards they have died, and the lizards they have. The helping friendly book, it seemed, possessed the ancient secrets of eternal joy and never-ending splendor. The trick was to surrender to the flow. We walked along beneath the moon. He led us through the bush till soon we saw above our eyes a raging river. He said we can swim it if we try. Saying this, the knight dove in, forgetting that his suit of arms would surely weigh him down, and so he sunk. And as his body disappeared before me, I bowed my head in silence and remembered all the thoughts that he had not. He said, I come from the land of darkness. He said, I come from the land of doom. He said, I come from the land of game hedge, from the land of the big baboon. But I never am going back there, and I couldn't if I tried. Cause I come from the land of lizards, and the lizards they have.
Hey, welcome back to From the Archives. This is Kevin, coming to you from backstage at Big Cypress, Florida. We have a couple of important announcements. I'm going to repeat them nearly every time you hear from me because I'm told they're very crucially important. So I will say that we are very glad to see you and that you must stay behind the car in front of you. We have to keep the gaps between cars at a minimum and keep moving on in, making some progress here, getting everybody inside. We want to make sure that you be very, very careful of pedestrians. Under no instance could a pedestrian lose a war between a car and a pedestrian. In fact, it's not even a war. It's a cooperative effort to get everybody inside, moving around safely and soundly and parked for the evening so we can get ready for the big show tomorrow. We want to make sure that you also stay inside your vehicles until they're parked. So if you're in your car and you're avoiding pedestrians, staying behind the car in front of you and moving at the speed that it is moving, everything is good. If you're inside, we're glad you're in here. Hope you're having a good time with the old cuts from the archives. That one doesn't go back too far, around almost 5 years now, into December 31st, 1995. Another tribute to the Power of the New Year's Eve concert, Drowned into Lizards from Madison Square Garden. We are going to move forward with a little snippet from a sound check I discovered from a December 1991 show, December 6th, Middlebury College, and then on forward with this year's selection of a Mike's Groove. We'll see you back here in a bit. Once again, stay behind the car in front of you. Please avoid any pedestrians. Yield the right of way to pedestrians. Be very cautious. We're glad to see you. We're going to be turning the mic back over here to Pistol Stamen and Tad Cautious and friends later on, right after this show, and we'll see you back here again with From the Archives number 4, part 2, on the 31st, New Year's Eve. Here we go to a little sound check in 1991 at Middlebury College.
Stay close. But you know what? That's not even.
Walking down, he walked all around. Shaggy dog, where you been? I've been walking to see my friend.
Did you shut the door?
Oh, the door.
Thanks, man.
Wouldn't let me in, asking me where I've been. Then one day he got lost, jumped on a gator. Alligator. Thought it was a horse. Shaggy dog, don't stay out too long.
Alligator.
Yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. That is wrong. Oh, that is wrong. Oh, that is wrong. Alligator. Oh, that is wrong. Thought it was a crocodile. I know. That is wrong. Sort of a swamp creature. Yes, I know. Alligator. That is wrong. Maybe
Mike's song, Hydrogen Weekapaw Groove, from November 8th, 1991, the Ivory Tuscaloosa, Alabama. One of my favorite old audience tapes made by my good friend Rick Supan. I want to note, once again, a few things about the safety situation and also welcome a guest to Thin Air from the archives, Mr. Dickie Scotland, Richard Glasgow, our tour manager.
Kevin,
Welcome,
how you doing? Thanks for having me at Thin Air Radio tonight.
Thanks for coming on. And Dickie's going to help us out with a couple of safety announcements because there's some very important information that we want to get across along with the music tonight. The first and foremost of those right now being when you come to the wristband exchange, the toll plaza.
Right. When you get to the toll plaza, you need to recognize that you're not actually, like in past years when we've had the Great Went or Lemon Wheel, you're not actually on the site or even close to where you're going to be parked.
No, there's a public...
You still got to drive 2 miles down a dark, windy public road to get to the road to take you to the parking. So you're better off in your car. Don't get out of your car and try to walk this. If that's just the best advice. Don't get out of your car. Just stay in your car, get your wristband, get parked, have a good time.
Take it slow, take it easy, and take care of each other out there. This is From the Archives. I'm Kevin. We're here with the special guest, Dickie Scotland. And once again, stay inside your cars. It's a couple of good, solid miles down public roads, dark public roads, after you exchange your tickets for a wristband. And you want to make sure that at that time you're in the car.
Yeah, if you see somebody walking around that looks like they're getting ready to walk out of the toll booth, offer them a ride. Help them out.
There you go.
Help your friend out.
Keep it real.
Take
Keep
care
it
of them.
together out there. And if
Let
you
them have a good time, too.
There you go. Take care of each other out there. Make sure that you go ahead and help out each other and spread the message as well. If you see somebody walking along, ask them what the story is and maybe suggest they get back into the car. We need you to be in the cars, coming in slow and smooth. If you're out there on the highways, if you're within the sound of our voice, you're near to Big Cypress, Florida, WY2XKK 91.7 FM. They're calling it Thin Air. This is From the Archives. We're going to visit we're going to jump forward here from 1991 to 1999, this year, in Las Cruces, New Mexico, which Dickie may have a thing or two to say about.
Well, Kevin, that's where I went to college, and we had an amazing sound check that day. I'll let you take it from there.
Well, the place is called the Pan American Center, and I think the team is called...
The Aggies.
I believe they're the Aggies, and I want to send this out to a number of people, Dickie especially, and also my good and old friend David.
Is that guy the timer?
He's the timer. And this one comes out to everybody. We're up, having a great night out there.
Me and the timer.
Well,
College, alma mater.
There it is. At least one thing in common there.
Some
Anyway.
common ground.
And that's what's important. Common ground on the way in. Make sure to take it slow and easy. If you're on the highways and it seems long and slow and dark, it's all those things, but it's smooth. And once you come on in, you'll be in here with us, in here with me and Dickie, the band, and everybody else here. Pistol, who's going to be taking over for me afterwards into the wee hours of the night. I want to give a shout out to everybody out in all the campgrounds, each and every direction. And also note that since the Dickie Scotland song has a little bit of Jew grass, that is, happy Hanukkah to everybody.
Play the song, my brother.
At the Dickie Scotland show, got the bag, got the dough. Ooh, he's got the dough. It's gonna be a wild and crazy bash. He's gonna count it, and then he's gonna give us the cash. We love to see him. We love per diem. At the Dickie Scotland show. The Dickie Scotland show. He carries the cash in a little baggie. He used to be an Aggie. Dickie Scotland show. But the song just wouldn't be through unless I mentioned that the timer was an Aggie too. Ooh, the timer at the Dickie Scotland show. Dickie Scotland show. Dickie Scotland show. Timer was an Aggie too. Timer was an Aggie too. Timer was an Aggie. Well, the timer was an Aggie too. The timer was an Aggie too. Timer was an Aggie. The timer was an Aggie too. The timer was an Aggie too. The timer was an Aggie too. How about you? Oh, I'm an Aggie too. How about you? Gentile, guitarist a Gentile, the bass player is a Jew. The bass player is a Jew. And the drummer is a Jew too. Drummer is a Jew too. The drummer is a Jew too. He's a Jew too. Jew too. He's a Jew too. It's gonna be a blast. Later in the show, we're gonna play a little bit of Jew grass. Jew grass. This is preFM.
The Dickie Scotland song. Welcome to From the Archives. We're back, and that was Dickie. We'd like to once again remind you that when you reach the toll booth to exchange your tickets for wristbands, that you are not in yet. You're not inside the concert grounds, and you still have a ways to go to get inside. And it could be up to 2 miles. It's going to be dark out there. We need people to be very, very careful of those in front of them. You need to stay inside your car. Don't get outside your car after you exchange your wristbands. Make sure you drive it all the way into the concert grounds until you're waved into a spot and are parked and are ready to join the celebration. The Dickie Scotland song. Welcome to From the Archives. We're back, and that was Dickie. We'd like to once again remind you that when you reach the toll booth to exchange your tickets for wristbands, that you are not in yet. You're not inside the concert grounds, and you still have a ways to go to get inside. And it could be up to 2 miles. It's going to be dark out there. We need people to be very, very careful of those in front of them. You need to stay inside your car. Don't get outside your car after you exchange your wristbands. Make sure you drive it all the way into the concert grounds until you're waved into a spot and are parked and are ready to join the celebration. If you're out there on the highway and you're stuck, things seem like they're moving kind of slow, well, don't worry. Just stay by your dial. Take it easy, take it slow, take care of each other out there. Remember, you're on public roads. They can be dark, and outside the cars, people can get hurt inside the cars. You're just fine. We want to make sure everybody has a safe and uneventful journey in. My name is Kevin. This is From the Archives, our 4th year, broadcasting from backstage. This year it's Big Cypress, Florida, for our Millennium Celebration. I'm extremely honored to be on the air for play my little part in this New Year's extravaganza. I want to thank everybody who made it possible, is making it possible, and will make it possible. That includes you. So if you're out there now and you're parked and you're in listening, glad to have you. We're going to have Pistol picking things up after that. Before me, we had Tad Cautious rolling along. There's Pistol over beside me.
You're doing a great job.
We're hearing from a lot of folks. We're glad to have a couple of great guests on here, and some even greater inspiration. We want to thank a couple people out there, Jason Colton, and for making the station be possible, Tad for keeping it all together, Jeff for his part in that as well, Nick, right on down the gang there. We've got Gib and Gabe and pretty much the whole gang, and we're glad to be down here with you in Big Cypress, Florida. We're going to move forward and not waste too much more time. I puzzled a little bit about whether to play this next track for you. It's a track that a lot of people have heard. If you haven't, I'm glad you will have, and if you have, you might know it, and either way, I hope you like it. We're going to roll back to the Anaconda Theater, April 16th, 1992, the first set. Unbelievable day down there. It's a sunny day. Room held maybe, I don't know, 600 or 700 people. There were a few hundred of us there. And oh God, what a night. So I want to go forward with this track from the Anaconda. We're glad you're out there. Once again, if you're exchanging your tickets for wristbands, you got a couple of miles still to go. Keep the headlights on, stay inside the cars. Go nice and slow. Be very aware of pedestrians and just stay inside your cars. Keep the lights on. Just keep rolling to where you're directed, and soon you'll be inside, stopped, and with us. Welcome once again to Thin Air Radio. We're going to roll forward, backward, to April 1992. Here we go.
Dust had cleared, the colonel lifted up his head and was driven to his knees by a blazing beam of light, and he saw the silhouette that stood before him, and he bowed in reverence, trembling in the shadow of the mighty legend's form. The prophet stood before his eyes, looking down on Colonel Forbin, where he shuddered in the puddles and the muck, and he quietly addressed him, and he spoke so slowly, he spoke so slowly, he said, is our first time in Southern California. So, thank you. Very exciting. But right now, what we want to do is, if we can bring it way down, we're going to take you on a little journey back to where we come from, which is a long way away from here. And we're happy to be here, and we're happy to be out here by the beautiful ocean and everything, but where we come from is far away from the ocean. So if you watch right now, and come with me while we just kind of open the roof up on top of this building and let some of the air flow in here. And just imagine we're lifting up off the ground and up into the sky. And as you go up in the air, you can look down, you can see the lining of the shore go away and the little oil pumps out there in the middle of the and all that, and it's kind of lifting up, and you can get up and now up there in the clouds a little bit, and we're going to take you with us now back to where we come from, because we're troubadours from a different place than we're at here. So we're coming with us now, and the clouds are lifting apart, and as we go off, you can start to see sort of the continental divide over there, and the whole Colorado and everything, the Midwest, Canada, Alaska, and just going up into the darkness ahead and flipping backwards and spinning through the eons, through time and energy has no meaning anymore, and slowly you start to come out and break through the blackness, and you can see us, and now we're floating over a different place with large fields stretching out in one direction. You see a huge green field, and in the other direction, a huge forest that goes on as far as the eye can see. And out of the forest comes an enormous mountain, one huge individual mountain. And what we're doing right now is we're coming in, and we're going to come land down in the woods of Gamehenge. And we're coming down into Gamehenge, and down as we pass all the different people of Gamehenge, the lizard people walking around, and they don't look very happy right now. They don't look very happy because they're slaves. They're slaves to the evil King Wilson. And we know that Gamehenge used to be a beautiful, serene place, everyone living in peace and harmony with nature. And the lizards used to live in peace and harmony with nature, and they had a book that taught them the ways of life, and it was called the Helping Friendly Book. And they would read the book every day, and it would give them all the knowledge inherent in the universe. And once a year, they would go out to the field, and they would climb out to this great black rhombus that floated in front of the field, and they would climb on top of it and pray to their God and thank their God for the beauty and serenity that they lived in. And they looked over and they saw their gods on top of the mountain. None of them actually ever saw the God, but they knew that thousands of years this God had lived up on the mountain taking care of them, because this was the great and knowledgeable Iculus. The great and knowledgeable Iculus on top of the mountain. But then one day, a traveler came to the land of Gamehenge. And he didn't know about the great and knowledgeable Iculus, because Iculus was a great man. Iculus had written the Helping Friendly Book years before. Written by the great and knowledgeable Iculus. Yeah, my children are old enough to read Iculus. A cold and lonely night, running the pace of her fright. Look at her face tonight. So there was Iculus on top of the mountain, looking down at the people. And what he saw was a traveler walking through the woods. And the traveler came one day. And he walked, and he saw that these people were dependent on this book. So he took the book and he stole it from them. And he cut down all the trees in the middle of the beautiful forest. And he built a huge, ugly city. And he put the book in the top of his castle in the highest tower. And the lizard people didn't know how to live anymore because they didn't have this book. So they decided to form a revolution. And they were going to overthrow the evil King Wilson. So they got together. And they tried to do everything they could. They had Rutherford the Brave, and Tila, the beautiful Tila, was there, and Aaron Wolf, and all these other people getting together trying to overthrow the great and knowledgeable Iculus. But they were failing miserably. And And suddenly one day another traveler came to Gamehenge, and his name was Colonel Forbin. And that's what I was just singing about a minute ago. Colonel Forbin came and he saw the revolutionaries and he said, you guys, it's hopeless. There's only one thing to do. There's only one thing left to do. I'm going to climb up the mountain in the distance. I'm going to climb to the top of the mountain and find the great and knowledgeable Iculus and ask him to save us from this predicament. So nobody's ever seen Iculus before. People believe in him, but they don't know if he really exists because nobody's been up this mountain. It's a huge mountain. And Colonel Forbin starts climbing up this mountain. And he's climbing and climbing for days and getting hungrier and hungrier and tireder and tired, but he knows he has to go on. And finally gets up to this one peak, pulls himself up on top of the peak, and the whole mountain starts to vibrate. Boulders tumbling around his head, rocks falling down, trees, rocks, trees, boulders, rocks, trees, boulders, rocks, trees, boulders, rocks, trees, boulders. And then he looks up and he sees the great and knowledgeable Iculus looking down at him. And Iculus looks down at him and he says, Colonel Forbin, I am the great and knowledgeable Iculus, and I see how horrible the evil King Wilson is, and he's enslaved your people, and I'm going to give you one chance. I'm going to call on my friend, the famous mockingbird, to fly out of the sky and land on my shoulder, and I will tell the famous mockingbird to go to the castle of the evil King Wilson and steal the helping friendly book. Helping Bentley Frook, and bring it back to the people of Gamehenge, and therefore you'll be able to know how to live in peace and harmony with nature. But he warns him that knowledge is not always good. If you have too much knowledge, it could be bad. So you better watch out when you get this book. But at any rate, you'll have to find that out in a different part of the story. But right now, off in the distance, there he is, the famous mockingbird.
Back to the Anaconda. Oh boy. Anyway, welcome once again to 91.7 FM Thin Air. They're calling it Thin Air. I'd love to get a full explanation of the Thin Air thing, but make it up as you go along. We're glad you're here with us in Big Cypress, Florida. Coming to you from backstage, behind the stage after quite the sound check. I have to say, we've been moving along with From the Archives. This is our 4th year at it. And our first time at you, we'll be back on the 31st, New Year's Eve, from 7 to 9 or around then. And we'll do it all once over again with some different music. We're going to jump backwards now, a few years from where we were, back 10 years from now, that is, to the front in Burlington, Vermont. This is the first Reba.
Reba, sink a boulder in the water. Reba, Reba tie a cable to a tree. Reba stuck in a game of lipstick, perfume, fly paper. Reba pressed a razor to a slide, cross a needle with a prune. Knee deep in the motel tub, Reba dangled a ladle from her lip. Dip, sip. Reba babbled to the nag with a lipstick, perfume, muttered to a farmer in a truck. Take a peek at the cheetah, Reba. Cheetah on the prowl in a cage, sink a boulder in the water. Tie a cable to a tree. Mother Nature to the nag with a lipstick, perfume. Reba flush a flesh farm, leftover thunder in a circle. Down the pipes. Bag it, tag it. Sell it to the butcher in the store. Oh, bag it, tag it. Sell it to the butcher in the store. Oh, bag it, tag it. Sell it to the butcher in the store. Oh, bag it, tag it. Bag it, tag it. Sell it to the butcher in the store. Oh, bag it, tag it. Sell it to the butcher in the store. Oh, bag it, tag it. Sell it to the butcher in the store. Oh, bag it, tag it. Bag it, tag it. Sell it to the butcher in the store. Oh, bag it, tag it. Sell it to the butcher in the store. Oh, bag it, tag it. Sell it to the butcher in the store. Oh, bag it, tag it.
That, by the way, with a little fine-tuning, is a new song that you were the first people ever to hear. Called Reba and dedicated to the spirit of Nancy.
There it was, dedicated to the spirit of Nancy and dedicated to you here on Thin Air 91.7 FM. Rolling along. This is Kevin from the Archives backstage at Big Cypress, Florida. That was the first ever Reba. Its debut. It goes out to Phil Fernandez, the one, the only.
This guy.
Kicking it up a notch.
This guy too.
And to Jomo.
And his girl.
And Jomo. And his girl, Jennifer, who dances. We're glad to see you all here in Big Cypress, Florida. I'm glad that many of you have made it in. I know if Jomo's in, that means that people who were on the highway sometime around noon made it in, and we're glad to have you. We want to move forward here in a minute with more from the archives, getting ready to get near the end of the show, but I want to say once again thanks to everybody in the organization and to all of you for keeping it together, keeping the love alive, and keeping the music flowing out there. It's great to put the show together each year and share it with everybody out there. A little bit of love from the archives. Anyway, a couple of announcements that need to be made for safety's sake. Keep in mind there's a couple miles between the toll booths where you exchange your tickets for wristbands. You have to keep rolling a couple more miles with your lights on and your doors shut and you inside the car before you're going to actually be on the concert grounds. So when you first come in and exchange your tickets for wristbands, you have to make sure that you stay in the car, just keep rolling, keep moving in slowly. Traffic is moving clearly, everybody will get parked, and then you'll be inside the misty wonderland we call the Big Cypress Swamp. That was October 1st, 1989, from the front, the first Reba once again. We're going to go forward quite a number of years to Europe. Hold on tight. We'll see you in a minute to say goodbye. We're going to be looking forward to Pistol, maybe a little more Tad Cautious, and the gang. Keeping it rolling right on into the night for you. This is Kevin. This is from the archives. And stay safe out there. Take care of each other. Have a great time.
Soul shakedown party tonight. The way you're loving me, it's alright now. When you put your loving arms around me and you hold me tight, this is my invitation. I got a special vacation. I need your concentration just to feel vibration at the soul shakedown party tonight. We're gonna have a soul shakedown party tonight. Janie's in the backyard doing the outside dance. I'm telling you, the other day, didn't even get a chance. But this is my invitation. I got a special vacation. I need your concentration. Just vibration at the Happy soul shakedown party tonight. Soul shakedown party tonight. Just to feel vibration at the soul shakedown party tonight. We're gonna have a soul shakedown party tonight. Janie's in the backyard doing the outside dance. I'm telling you, the other day she didn't even get a chance. But this is my invitation. I got a special vacation. I need your concentration. Just vibration at the soul shakedown party tonight. Gonna have a soul shakedown party tonight. Soul shakedown party tonight. We're gonna have a soul shakedown party tonight.
Soul Shakedown Party. That was the first one. No, was it the first one? Yeah, I think it was. February 17th, 1907 in Amsterdam, Netherlands. The Paradiso. We got quite a little crowd back here now. Things are getting together. Things are happening. Wires are being spread and moved, and action's happening. And out there, also action. And we want to make sure the action out there stays slow, smooth, and cooperative. We in the archives want to make sure that you out there keep it together for the long term. Keep the love alive. Take care of each other out there. Drive safe and drive slow. Keep your headlights on. Stay inside your car. Remember, when you do the wristband exchange, your ticket for the wristband, you are not inside the concert site. You got a couple of more miles to go. So stay inside your cars for that couple of miles. Don't walk. If you see anybody walking outside their cars, ask them why. See if you can help them out. It's been a great pleasure, as always, coming to you from the archives, from Thin Air Radio, backstage here at Big Cypress, Florida, the Millennium event. We're going to be back on the 31st with From the Archives, let's call it Part B, the second part of From the Archives. This year, 1999, the last year of the Millennium. This is Kevin, coming from backstage with friends. We're out of here. Going to Halloween 1996, set 2. A couple of special guests, Cross-Eyed and Painless from Remain a Light.
Lost my shape, trying to act casual. Can't stop, I end up in the hospital. Changing my shape, I feel like an accident. They're back to explain their experience. Is it weird? Looks too obscure to me, wasting away. That was their policy.
I'm ready to leave. I push the facts in front of me. Facts lost. Facts are never what they seem to be. Nothing there. No information left of any kind. Lifting my head, looking for the danger sign.
There was a line, there was a formula, sharp as a knife. Facts cut a hole in us. There was a line, there was a formula, sharp as a knife. Facts cut a hole in us.
Oxygen, making a list, find the cost of opportunity, doing it right. Facts are useless in emergencies. The feeling returns whenever we close our eyes. Lifting my head, looking around inside. Facts are simple and facts are straight. Facts are lazy and facts are late. Facts all come with points of view. Facts don't do what I want them to. Facts just twist truth around. Facts are living turned inside out. Facts are getting the best of them. Facts are nothing on a face of.